What's up, dudes? My name is Nick. Welcome back for another one of my music video reactions. We're taking a look at the second release from Gugudan in 2018, titled Not That Type. And this year, 2018, has been a change in sort of, concept and all that for this group, going with a little bit more of a, I guess everyone kind of would call it a girl crush, sort of concept. The Boots earlier this year was the big change. A really enjoyable song. Not my favorite from the group so far, but definitely, just consistently releasing enjoyable music that I have enjoyed pretty well, I guess. I don't even know if that makes any sense, but I'm going to do what I do. Of course, I'm going to check out this song to give you guys my honest first impression thoughts, to encourage you guys to share your own honest opinions on this song. So if you want to join the community that we're building here about having some free discussion about our thoughts, no matter what they are, then subscribe to the channel, because I got plenty more opportunities to discuss new K-pop releases coming up in the hopefully in the near future, without as much time in between as I have in the last couple of months. So with all of that being said, let's get this song started. I like the little, like a kind of EDM genre. What is it? I like this a lot. I like this like significantly more than their previous song this year. Like this is so much better in so many more ways. I like the Pink Floyd, I think it's a poster in the background of their little pop-up shop. I like this. This chorus is good. This song is just definitely I don't know, first time listening to this, I don't really know what my like specific thoughts on this are, but this is amazingly good. Like, I really like this, but at the same time, it kind of, in a way, the fact that this song is a thing, just like, I guess 2018 in general for this group happened. We're not going to be getting any more music like, well, their first year and a half as a group, pretty much their first 3 releases. All that stuff, Wonderland is their debut song, Chococo, whatever, the whole chocolate thing, that's not going to happen anymore. You know, all of the kind of more cute and sugary sort of concepts and sounds aren't necessarily going to be a thing from Gugudan as a whole entire group anymore. As a, you know, subunits and stuff like that, maybe, but this group's grown up now. They are definitely not doing anything like that. It's really all that I've got. I mean, as far as, you know, first impressions, stuff like that. So I'm gonna leave you guys with the question of the video, of course, and I'm gonna listen to the song some more, and I'll be back with you with some further additional deeper thoughts on this. So answer the question of the video, and I will see you guys in about, you know, 10 seconds or so. Alright guys, let's get my review started with a little bit more discussion on the actual sort of evolution of this group and where they're going from now, and kind of a little bit of my not particularly strong feelings on this, but you know, I do have some thoughts and some feelings, and I want to put them out there, and I hope that you guys will kind of take this and listen to this and, you know, share your thoughts and discuss it down in the comments below. But I just want to say just straight up that for me, following K-pop since 2013 at this point for quite a significant amount of time, I think that Gugudan, since their debut with Wonderland, has kind of evolved and grown up into this concept and this sound of music, probably the quickest out of any girl group that I have ever seen since their debut. Like, it's been very, very quick. And because I think their debut, if I remember correctly, Wonderland was in the middle or so of 2016, like summer-ish of 2016. And then 2017 was a continuation of their, you know, more cutesy kind of concepts. The last part of 2017 was Chococo, right? And then 2018, The Boots. And then the final part of 2018, which is this year, is this song. And I don't exactly, I mean, I really enjoy it. I've really kind of enjoyed following, or, you know, of course, every single release that they've released to varying degrees. And I really, really love this song. Like, this is probably maybe number 1 or number 2 as far as favorite songs from just the entire group of Gugudan. That being said, I'm kind of sad that they've kind of just grown up this fast, because I think that once the entire unit goes to a sound and a concept and like this, they're not ever going to go back to what they had done last year. And, you know, I'm kind of a little sad about that, because they released Chococo, which was absolutely, up to that point, my favorite song from them, like, by far. You know, I loved it. There was something about it that I really, really loved. I guess there's just something about every song that I really love. But, you know, as far as Gugudan in specific, that song was amazing. It was really good. Their best song, I think, or at least for me personally, their best song to date. And then they start off, you know, their first release in 2018 is something that is kind of right in the middle between this song and Chococo, in terms of, like, you know, it's kind of, well, I guess that's the girl crush concept. I'm not entirely sure if you would consider this song specifically to be a girl crush concept, but it kind of, the whole term girl crush seems to be a catch-all phrase for just a variety of more sexy and more adult and more grown-up concepts from girl groups. I don't know if that specifically kind of applies, like, because I kind of feel like this is more in line with, like, Blackpink and G-Idol or Yeoja Idol or whatever you want to call them, and some of the newer stuff from CLC. So I'm kind of interested to hear what you guys have got to say about the concept. So regardless, you know, their 2 releases that they released this year have been actually pretty different from each other as well. You know, one being much more, I think, pop music-ish, and this one not necessarily as much, which I like. I enjoy that. But this group has changed a lot in the last year and a half, 2 years, even since their debut. And it's been really, really quick. And just the bottom line is, I kind of wish, you know, for me personally, I would have liked to hear more, you know, stuff along the lines of the first year and a half of their career. But that's, I guess, why we've got their subunits. You know, of course, their first subunit, Ogo Ogo, which doesn't exist anymore because one of the members of that subunit left. But we do have Gugudan's Semena, which actually released a song in the middle of the year, in August of this year, which is also a really awesome song. So we still got that going for us. I mean, for me personally, which, you know, we'll get the cute sugary stuff from the Gugudan subunits, and we'll get the more adult sounding stuff from the entire unit. But I just wish there was more full unit stuff that sounded like that. If you feel the same, then I'm really kind of curious to hear what you guys think about that whole sort of thing, or that whole thought on, you know, where this group is at right now and where they're going to go in the future. And, you know, if you wish they had kind of continued with what they've been doing in 2017 a little bit longer, or if you wish, or if you're happy with and you're glad with that they've kind of, you know, evolved and gotten to the point where they are right now, and hope that they continue with that. You know, either way, I don't really care one way or the other. Similar to just like, you know, I have a preference, or I think that I would kind of enjoy Twice more if they were a bit different than what they are. But at the end of the day, I enjoy their music. I enjoy Gugudan's music, you know, and at bottom line, that's really all that matters. No matter what they're doing, as long as the music is enjoyable for whatever reason that I enjoy it for, that's really all that matters. And so that's just something I want to start this off with, because that's one of the big things that I've kind of taken away from this song. And kind of to a certain extent kind of makes me enjoy it a lot. And so now get in the song, really just the one thing, or maybe one thing of two parts that I really enjoyed about this, or that I really, really, you know, like about this, is really just the song is all about just feeling kind of the beat of this song. And of course, they set that up from the very beginning in the intro. With the super, you know, obviously noticeable, you know, bass kick in the song, which obviously I think which is pretty obvious and present in the music track. Basically from the very beginning of the song all the way to the end, it's probably present in the song and noticeable, and you can feel it in like 95% of the song. And the moments that is not that is not in the music track, it's really only gone for a very, very brief amount of time, and then they bring it back. The music track is also pretty, you know, thin and minimalist, which is also, you know, something that is very cool and is very different when it comes to K-pop, because K-pop productions are you know, very frequently very, very extravagant with all of the things that are included in the music, in the music video, and all that kind of stuff. So going with something a little bit more stripped back, definitely something that is very, very enjoyable for me, because it's a little bit of a change of pace from a lot of the stuff that we listen to, or that I hear in K-pop in general. And then the final thing, kind of related to the whole consistent, you know, bass kick throughout the entire song, is just that the music track in general, or just, I should say, the song, just generally speaking, is pretty consistent in the sense that there isn't really that much differentiation or that many, you know, changes or that much variety in this song. And that's not a bad thing. It isn't necessarily a bad thing. You know, a lot of times where, you know, sometimes I'll say, oh, you know, this song being, you know, super eclectic and different. Like I really like the EXO song Coco Bop. It's a really, really crazy song, and I really like that. But at the same time, a song that is ultimately kind of flat and, you know, level and the same from start to finish also is pretty enjoyable. It just, of course, depends on the way that it comes across. And, you know, going back to the point that I just mentioned, the fact that the song is very much, I think, reliant, and the focal point of the song is really the beat of the song to kind of lead into and kind of get you in the groove for the chorus of the song, which plays very, very heavily off of the beat of the song. It just makes the entire experience really, really enjoyable. The verses are the same, the music track and the verses are the same. Obviously the choruses are the same. The only difference in either of those parts is really the vocals that kind of are a little bit slightly different in terms of the way that the lines are sung. There's not really that big of a difference, to be honest, though, between the verses. And again, like that would be a thing that I would really enjoy if they were different, but at the same time, you know, the fact that they're the same also is kind of, you know, enjoyable. It's kind of just the entire point. It's just kind of a song to just kind of like, you know, get into and just flow with, and not necessarily a song that's supposed to be full of, you know, multiple different points of interest. It just is kind of a song that kind of, the chorus is the thing, and that's really it. And the only other, you know, point of interest in this song aside from the chorus, which is the only point in the song that is particularly and noticeably different, is really kind of like that vocal interlude in the final third of the song before you lead into the kind of the outro repetition of the chorus and all that. That's a really interesting point of the song, but that's really because they kind of just sort of strip out most of the music track. You focus on some vocals, and it's actually kind of brief too now that I think about it. But all in all, it's a really, the song's pretty minimalist in terms of like the composition, the music track, and the instrumentation of it. The song very, very much kind of relies on the listener sort of getting into the flow of the song, into the flow of the beat. And once you're hooked into that, then that I think kind of accentuates and helps to build up the impact and how much the chorus has an impact on the listener, because the chorus is very much kind of reliant on the actual flow and the beat of the song for it to actually kind of have that punch. And so I think it's a song that's got a little subtle things to it, I think, that kind of all add up in small ways to making a really, really big and really, really sort of impactful song. And I really enjoy that. It just is good in very, very small ways. So that's what I think about this song. I want to know what you guys think about it down in the comment box below. Share your thoughts and opinions on it, no matter what it is that you think, because we're trying to build a community here. Of course, that's all about having some free and open discussion about our thoughts and opinions. So if you want to hear more stuff like this, as I cover other releases in the future, of course, like I said at the beginning of the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys all coming up in another video very, very soon.